everybody. This is Dr. Lori Shemek.
And I'm Omar Cumberbatch. You're listening to This Podcast Burns Fat. Hey, Lori, how are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Fantastic. I am so happy that you have agreed to hook this show up because, yeah, I'm really excited to share this program with the audience. It's one of these things that I know it's, especially around this time of year, is such an important part of getting our like a New Year's resolutions and stuff straight. So, yeah, so me and my partner in crime for many, many years, Rasan Robinson, he has a great story to tell as far as like his background. He's been doing this stuff for many years, and we just put this program together. So I'm just so happy that you were able to host this show for us and just highlight our new endeavor. So I appreciate you and taking the time for doing this.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. I love seeing you guys shine.
Yeah. So yeah, Dory, thanks for doing this, and let's jump into the show.
That sounds great.
Hey, Rasan, welcome to our show. I'm really excited to be in front of Lori, the co-host with the Moses. And yeah, Rob, welcome.
Welcome.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely excited about the program that we're going to roll out.
Yeah. And what made you both want to create this particular program? And by the way, what is it called?
Yeah, so it's called the Thrive Program, and this is something that we've just noticed over the years. So many people have such difficulties maintaining their New Year's resolutions, and I think we kind of figured out the key to that, and especially because of Rasan's background, which I think maybe we should just jump in, Rasan. Obviously, this audience knows me very well. We've had close to 200 shows, but just describe yourself a little bit and a little bit about your background, and we'll get to jump into that.
Yes, definitely, Omar. I have over 2 decades of experience in the fitness and athletic performance industry. I really got into this industry for a passion to help others. I started after college, and the big key was when I found out that my certain knowledge and skills can help others, whether that's weight loss, whether that's getting them off of their diabetic medicine, whether that's being able to get on the floor with the mobility to play with their grandchild. It just really just hit me as like, wow, this is so amazing. I'm a bookworm, and Omar knows that. I'm a real bookworm in terms of just studying, learning. And I just wanted to absorb and learn as much as possible through the years so I can ensure that the people that I work with do get their optimal results and achieve their goals. I've been fortunate working as a personal trainer, then a personal training manager at Equinox, and then going on to having my own business, and then eventually working with the Brooklyn Nets, their organization, as a performance coach with those elite athletes. So I was very fortunate to see a whole spectrum of clients and understanding what their needs are, and then being able to dig really deep and having those solutions to help them achieve their goals. And as Omar knows, this has just been a passion of both of ours, as we always go back and forth about, you have this client, how can we help them? We're always piggybacking on this, how we can help people out. So it's really the passion that drives and that motivation to help others transform their lives and get the results that they're looking to achieve.
So Omar, I have to ask, with so many programs out there, which one, or rather, what makes this one different?
Yeah, so what we've kind of figured out over the years, especially just dealing with so many different clients, we wanted to know for a fact that there's going to be 1 million weight loss programs that start January 1st. And I think the horrible statistic is like, 80% of the people don't live up to their New Year's resolution and abandon them by February 1st, right? So it just made logical sense to come up with a program that not only helps beat that particular statistic, but why wouldn't you want to get a head start on this, right? It would be something, especially during the holidays where you're faced with so many challenges. Why wouldn't you want to get ahead of it and not only come out of that holiday season ahead of the game, and not only do that, but thrive? That's really one of the things that we wanted to do. And we really had this idea that let's do this now. Let's start before the holidays. Let's get a head start because it's not very easy to just switch gears after having a whole season of eating in ways that you would not eat any
Exactly.
other way
Hmm.
and just stop cold turkey just because the calendar switched. It's just, this doesn't make any sense. And there was just a lot of little things that we've noticed over the years that people have that are detriments to those goals. So that's kind of why we said, let's make it this program for a New Year's resolution prior to the new year so that we can actually get the people the results that they actually want going to February 1st and beyond.
So, having said that, why or what are some of the reasons we can't stick with our New Year's resolutions or goals or whatever you prefer to label it as?
I just feel through my experience, in the very beginning, we are excited and really enthusiastic about achieving those goals. Come the first of the year, it's a way to turn a new page and start new. And then what happens is that either we don't have a plan or we're not seeing immediate results. And that can kind of make us feel that, okay, I'm putting in this work and I'm not getting what I think I should be getting. So that starts to deter clients. And what they do then, they stop doing those things that they need to do as far as going to the gym, eating correctly. And then by February 1st, they start to really fall off. And so through my experience, because I've done this over a decade as far as preparing clients prior to the new year, because I'm always, even from my athletic background, it's when you have preparing an athlete, they have a preseason to prepare for the season. So it's the same thing I tell my clients. I say, so why don't we have a preseason to prepare for our goals in the new year? And that's all about getting in shape, all about building those habits that we need to build up. So when the season comes or the new year comes, we are ready to just come out the gate. We're in the habits, we're in our routine, and we're ready to continue on to achieve those goals.
Yeah, really well said. Really well said.
Yeah, and
What
to
were you saying,
piggyback,
Omar?
yeah, I was gonna say to piggyback on that point, it's like I know so many people, especially when you're not say a gym nut or haven't maybe never even entered the gym at all, and you're going to a gym on January 1st, the gym is packed, you don't know what machine to go on, you don't know what to do, and that's like one of the things that I've noticed a lot of people just turn back and they're like, listen, that uncomfortable feeling of not having any knowledge to be able to do anything in the gym at that moment, that part of the New Year's resolution almost just fizzles out just because you're just not prepared to deal with the onslaught of things that are around you on the when the first
Hmm.
comes. And I've noticed that to be one of the big things. And I think I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier regarding just you're eating in a certain way during the holidays with tons of sugar, tons of possible liquor, all the festivities, to just as soon as January 1st comes to just quit cold turkey is a monumental shift in behavior that we just felt that there's just no way that you should be putting yourself under that kind of burden because it's just not built for lasting success.
Yeah. And so, what would you say would be a specific nutrition issue during that period of time, the holidays?
Oh boy, my favorite topic.
I was going to say, this is you,
Just
Omar.
one. You can only pick one.
This is you.
Oh yeah, everybody knows where I'm going. It's going to
Yep.
the sugar, and that's the thing. We know sugar is a drug. We know that at this point during the holiday season, one of the biggest mainstays of all the meals and the goodies at this time of year is sugar. And that's one of the things that we put into one of our pillars is just really to address the idea of dealing with sugar during the holiday season and beyond. So that's the one, Laura, you know it, right? That was the layup for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And then is there a specific hurdle around fitness?
Yes, in terms of working out and fitness, like Omar was saying, most people they don't know what to do. And it can be overwhelming. You're gung ho, you join a gym, you have all these machines and everything, and you honestly don't know where do I begin? How do I design have a program and so on my standpoint is just to take the guesswork out of what you need to do. So this way you don't have to think about it. You just know like, okay, I'm going to go here do this type of exercise for this amount of repetitions
Mm-hmm.
and progress on to the next exercise and the next exercise to take that guesswork out of your plan. So this way it's really something where that's so beneficial, where everything that I'm doing that is going towards my goal. So everything, you not have to worry about that. Everything that you're doing in terms of exercising is going to go towards your goal. And the whole term fitness made simple and everything like that. I like to make things as simple as possible for people because
That's
that they can easily follow. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really, it's so important for things to be simple when it comes to, because we're all busy. We all have
Yes.
lives, and we don't
Mm-hmm.
want to spend 4 hours at the gym,
No.
trying to figure out which machine is best and how to use it and all of that. So, Omar, why is sugar such a huge problem and a big part of the theme rather in this particular program?
Yeah, I think basically because of the time of year that, it's a celebratory time. And one of the things that we do best celebrating is the cakes and the candies and all the great things that are surrounded by like the holiday seasons tend to be around the desserts, right? So, and I think one of the things that's interesting too is like those desserts and those sweets that come about. We're not only
Hmm.
bombarded during the, say the Thanksgiving, the Christmases, and just like the holiday parties. A lot of these people bring these items to work as leftovers.
Yes.
So it's like you're in the office and you're just walking around and there's goodies all. It's just an overwhelming thing.
Or your neighbors
Oh
Yeah.
loaded.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Right? Yeah, I know, Laura, you've always talk about your
Yeah.
neighbors always bringing you
And
good stuff all
and
the
they know what
time.
I do
Right. And it's
for
like,
a
come
living.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
that's one of the things
yeah.
that we address in the program as well. Is it's just like what's the mindset behind that? How, there are things that you can do to prepare so that you're better able to avoid some of the obvious pitfalls that you do have during this season, and then you can carry it over into the new year with just healthy habits going forward.
I love
Yeah.
that. And so that's a heavy focus of your program.
Absolutely.
Wow, I love
Yes.
that. And Rasan, why is it important to incorporate weekly celebrations into this program? I know you guys have said that this is an important feature.
I think number one, it's very important to just celebrate our wins and just completing a task. It's just like if we write our task out, the whole endorphins in the brain that happens from just you complete a task and you cross that task off that is done. Oh man, you feel amazing. Endorphins release and you feel great. And then that feeling allows you to propel to do more and keep
Hmm.
that momentum going in the right direction. And I'm a huge fan of celebrating those wins. And I mean, just coming together, like Omar, I talked to Omar about the masterminding and coming together collectively as a community for one goal and celebrating the things that we do achieve, whether that is a simple thing. Okay, you may have had put 3 sugars in your coffee and you put 2 sugars in your coffee. That's a win. We
That's
need to
huge.
celebrate that. You
Yeah.
know, I think being very intentional about celebrating the wins is so key. And what it does, like I say, cognitively for your brain, those endorphins, and to propel us forward to just continue on.
And you also weaved in accountability, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes. That's a big one right there,
Yeah,
accountability, because I know for myself, I don't want to let somebody else down. And the reality of it, you may let yourself down, but when it comes to somebody else, a lot of us we're not trying to let somebody else down. And I think the accountability part of it is huge. Knowing that I said
it
that
truly is.
yes. So
Yeah.
knowing that I committed to a certain task and that I'm going to do it, and knowing that that other person is relying on me to do it, I don't want to let them down. So I'm going to make sure that I complete that task and we can definitely move forward together.
Yeah,
I can, oh, I was just going to say, I can almost guarantee you that we've all experienced every single one of these points we've touched on so far.
Oh, totally.
Go ahead, Omar. What were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I honestly, at one point in my life, I never realized how important the accountability part was or the celebratory part was. Like, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like I remember hearing just about the Weight Watchers model where they would just go and get weighed and, rally around each other. When either if you lost a couple pounds or even you didn't miss, you missed your mark, but they were just a great community of accountability. And it was just something like you wanted to make sure that you showed up and did what you were supposed to do in front of the people who were holding you accountable. And that's one of the magic sauces that they had incorporated into their program. And then we wanted to do something similar by having each person paired up with like a partner who at least will be able to kind of go through some of the things that they were maybe struggling with that week, where they just hold each other accountable and then at the end of the day celebrate the wins at the end of the week. So that was really a big component of the program as well.
Wow, that is really genius because so many of us try to do it on our own,
Mm,
and the holidays roll around and they just go, throw their hands up in the air, and that's the end of it. And where this is going to really, really guide people and support people through the tough times, of the holidays. And I know they can get tough, in many ways, but especially with health.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'd really like to know where we can sign up for this and how people can find out more information, because I really feel like it's such an important piece of the holiday health, if you will.
Yeah, no, right now we were housing the course on my website.com. It's going to be under the tabs with courses right underneath my podcast course. So you could definitely check it out there. And then also like anyone who has more information and maybe wants to have a discovery call to discuss a little bit more of the dynamics of the course, you can always just email me at omar@omarcumberbatch.com. And that's how we're going to be moving forward. We're actually looking to throw a bonus in if anyone listening to this show who can get signed up ASAP. We're going to kind of go through the program and kind of start it on next Monday, November 20th. We're going to have a new like little part of a bonus because I can't believe it's Thanksgiving next week. Just
I
No,
know,
no.
everybody
believe
knows.
me.
And anybody who's listened to the show knows that we do have our little pre-holiday call and show, and it's going to really touch on some of the things, the pitfall that we're going to be going forward. But the true course itself is going to start on December 4th, and it's going to be a 6-week program, so that we're going to be allowing the people who take this journey with us to go burn through the new year and be
Yes.
in the middle of January and kind of incorporate that so that you're not going to be left at the door on January 1st. So it's going to be a continuous system where we're going to get you through so that you're going to be more than ready to deal with this new year in stride.
And beyond.
Oh,
And
yeah.
beyond. I like, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah. And
And
it's
and I keep thinking about how cool it is and so critical that everybody who signs up for this is going to have health experts, fitness expert, to help them throughout. So, I mean, it's just like your own personal, what would you say, support system that are experts.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's kind of how we were intending on building it so that you
Hmm.
had another layer of support because yeah, obviously we're building a community with this particular
Yes.
program during this time, but we also have like you said, the experts who deal with this. And I'm really excited to just partner with Rasan. Again, this man has trained professional
Oh,
athletes.
yeah.
He knows all the ins and outs of how it should be as far as the physical components of it. And also, like, just, we have just a wealth of knowledge as far as meeting people where they are in the nutritional phases. And I know we didn't get into even like the habitual things that we're going to be
Yeah,
talking
that's what.
about. But yeah, Rato, if you could just jump into that a little bit and
Yeah,
just kind of
Yeah.
describe that part, yeah.
definitely. So I'm big, yes, on the physical fitness side. Also, I'm a nutritional coach as well. But one of the biggest things that is that I'm a behavioral specialist. And so that really is honestly, that's the key is being able to like I want to touch on it, your behaviors. And that's something we can control. We can control that by establishing good success habits. We know what those habits are. And what I like to do is, hey, I'm not trying to throw the kitchen sink at you. Yes, we may have 8 or 9 habits that we need to change to get to our goals, but let's work on one. Let's focus on one at a time. And let's just build upon, okay, we're going to focus on that one habit. We'll change that habit. So when you're changing a habit, you want to replace it with a good habit. And so we'll do that. And then once we go there, we'll go to the next and to the next. And so this is a journey that we're going to be on together. We're going to start now prior to the new year, but then we're not going to leave you. We're going to go beyond, like Lori said, and be with you to really establish those habits. So this way, it's about empowerment. And now you're going to have that power and know-how to be able to make those decisions that are going to really launch you to the goals that you are looking to achieve.
Wow, that sounds really wonderful. Yeah. Can I sign up?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Then tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Yes, yes.
Well, it has been just wonderful having you both today talk about this wonderful, incredible program that's I see success written all over it for so many people, and I'm excited for them. So happy holidays.
Yes.
And thank you, Rasan.
Oh, thank you,
Omar.
Oh, thank you, partner.
It's been fun. We're turning the tables today, folks. So
yeah. Again, thanks, Lori, for doing this for us, and have a great night, everybody.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of This Podcast Burns Fat. We're so excited to have you as a listener, and we're hoping that you've really enjoyed the content as well. And if you did, please run over to iTunes and provide a rating and or review. It will go a long way in helping us continuously build our listenership up so that we can provide you with excellent content regarding fat loss, weight management, and just an overall healthy lifestyle. Thanks so much. Have a great night.